Okay, so today we have a very esteemed guest who apparently likes cats and does not know that the evil doom of and destruction of our planet will be caused by cats on this very on one very very sad and tragic day. Here we welcome Shakil. Ooh,
Yes, it's a great cat-loving Shakir.
disgusting. Cats are okay.
And for your information, cats are the future, man. They're like, we should be more like cats, okay?
So
Don't
we
give a
should be more,
shit.
so we should be more lazy, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Let other people do the work for you. Man, all these
If all
training
of
dogs
us,
and all.
if everyone is lazy, who's gonna be the other people to do the work, Shakil? Your
People like
theory does not
you,
make sense.
dog lovers like you,
How dare
cat
you
lovers
insult? How dare you insult the dog association?
See, see to all you listeners, see, I'm actually okay with the dog. I mean, I can't touch them, but I don't mind. They're pretty awesome, cool creatures. I love all animals in general. Surya, on the other hand, hates cats. What kind of person is this, man? This hates. He even hates kittens. What kind of person hates kittens? They're like the most adorable beings in the world.
If you
Might I say better than puppies? Ooh, hot take. Not even a hot
that
take.
is
That's a real.
okay.
This is a very true take.
Okay.
Everything else is nitpicking and bias. I win. You guys are wrong.
So the
Okay.
so before World War III starts, let's just agree that cat sucks. Okay, now let's continue. Okay.
No, wait.
So-
Looking around, no one agrees. Okay.
No.
So move on. Move
Shakil,
on.
Shakil, you've agreed. It's okay. So Shakil,
No,
I would
no,
like
no.
to ask you, Shakil, what is so you have watched Multiverse of Madness? Am I right?
No. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, Shakil, stop bullshitting everyone here. We all have known you watched it. So stop
Okay.
being a coconut.
I haven't watched it. Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, what are you doing? Yes. Okay. I watched Multiverse of
Okay,
Madness.
no, for a moment I actually thought you didn't watch, but it's okay. Shut up. Okay. So what are your first thoughts of it? What is your first thoughts?
First thought of it, experimental.
Experimental, okay. Why? Why do you I mean, it's not a typical Marvel movie. For me, I love the concept, but of course I've been telling Shakil and even Danish last time, like the series Arrow on the DC, which was like super dark and super nice. The backstory all was so dark, and I kept telling them I want something like that in the MCU, and Multiverse of Madness delivered that, bro. It was awesome.
Okay, the thing is, I think to all your viewers, you already know. Surya wouldn't mind watching a movie that's literally just 1 hour of people stabbing people and blood pouring out. Surya would love a movie like
I mean,
that.
that's a 10 out of 10 movie right there. I don't know what you're
Exactly.
talking about.
The thing is, for me, a good movie doesn't. It just needs it. Okay, it either has a really good story, or it's very artistic. That to me, those two are like good enough to make a really good movie. Whether you make it violent, whether you have this, I don't know, erotic scenes, or whether you have whether you have like cursing. To me, that's just like a bonuses. Those are just bonuses. In the end, if a movie is not artistic, or it doesn't tell a good story, then it doesn't really have like anything. So in this case, Multiverse of Madness, it does lack story quite a lot compared to like other Marvel movies, but it is
Okay.
very, very, very artistic. It's like very pleasing to the eye. It's like
Why would
great
you
rewatch value.
Wait, I actually I thought you would say that it is less artistic and more story, because what I don't understand why do you say there's less story?
I say it's just for the fact that it's very rushed. I mean, how can you say it's more story and less artistic? I mean, look at what like Sam Raimi did to the movie, the way he went out with it. He showed like the horror aspects of it. That scene with we're allowed to spoil. We're allowed to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
spoilers
yeah,
in here, right?
you
Okay.
can.
Like the way the little things like the mirror dimension scene where Wanda started crawling out of reflections, and when she falls out of that thong, and that's literally something straight out of like the ring, it's just like so crazy and just so out of this world. And then whereas the story is very straightforward. For one thing, it doesn't connect. It doesn't really completely connect with any other Marvel movie too much. I mean, it does connect with like Thanos and all that, but that's more just like it connects with Thanos, but that's more just like the Thanos of like other dimensions, and even then, it's just
I think the
another
one that
phase
connects the
four
most
product of what
is
Thanos does.
I think the one
Sorry,
that
sorry.
connects the most is WandaVision with Westview. I mean, that one also I don't know what it
Yeah,
connects, but
even then, the was new one. It just connects just for like that short 10 minutes when they were talking about it. After that, and also it has
no,
when
like
he was
how
talking
did
about
she
the
become? I feel like how did she become Scarlet Witch was,
yeah, how she became broken and all that. That's the only part that connects with it.
and the children also,
Because
children.
that's the thing. It doesn't. Okay, story wise, it's still pretty decent, good. But then you compare it to like I guess Endgame or even like Ant-Man, where it at least has like flow of story of like going in. This one is just much more artistic, trying to show what Sam Raimi can do. Because you can definitely imagine another Doctor Strange movie, not Multiverse of Madness. Say Doctor Strange 2 was called Doctor Strange uh, Universe Collide, something like that. Again, you can imagine it being like a proper flowing story. Like it doesn't even have like multiverse in it. It doesn't even have the concept of multiverse. You can imagine like a proper, let's say, Doctor Strange featuring uh, Mordo. Mordo never even appeared. The the
Yeah,
the the 616 universe Mordo,
yeah,
that
yeah,
universe Mordo. He never even appeared. We could have gotten a sequel with him as the main villain.
yeah.
Seeing as even in the comics, Mordo is the main villain,
Ex-
not
yeah,
Caecilius. So
that
like,
that
we
was
could have gotten
the
a proper story. Yeah.
yeah, that was the thing. I was like, why? Okay, I understand if you okay, Illuminati, Doctor Strange is dead, so you put him in Illuminati, but I feel like by them putting Mordo there, it kind of killed off all the backstory that Mordo had in the Earth 616. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna start killing wizards now, and then all of it just like kind of disappeared. Like this is just a brand new Mordo out of nowhere. So, oh,
Exactly.
and I have an interesting question. So, is the multiverse like you know multiverse like multiple universes, right? Like identical to ours but different scenarios.
Yeah.
Do you think without Sylvie killing Kang in Loki, would there
Mhm.
still be a multiverse? Or is that because I really don't see how Loki plays a part in all of this? It's like if Loki did not exist, I feel like the storyline will still make sense.
The thing is, the multiverse existed a long time ago.
Okay.
Because even like all the Wong and all, they said they believed in the theory of the multiverse. No, Wong knows about the multiverse, right? He said it's like the Sorcerer Supreme restricted section and all, meaning like the Sorcerer Supremes already know that such thing as a multiverse. What Loki did, that's more just like I can't. That's the thing. Marvel needs to like
Yeah,
explain
that's the
everything
thing.
because I'm a
They
bit lost as well.
exactly for me it's like
But the
okay,
Loki one is more timeline than universe, but hard to
yeah,
say lah
but they
exactly. But
haven't they didn't really explain though. I felt like okay, she killed Kang and then all the timelines are rupturing. And then like what happens? Like No Way Home didn't explain anything. Look, Multiverse of Madness did not explain anything. So what? I don't really understand. It's kind of weird. So
okay, but I feel like we're talking too much about Loki and all here. Let's get
yeah,
right
yeah.
to
Okay.
Multiverse of Man.
So another thing is, oh, this is kind of the stupidest thing. So you know how like a gory and a bit horror type theme, right? The whole movie was in, and then
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I don't understand on I think he's called Sinister Strange, right? So and Sinister Strange was like impaled on the fence.
What? Yeah.
They cut the scene out. Like I
Mm.
feel like that is one of the least gory scenes there is in the whole movie, and it's just like
Exactly.
you know
How
what
bad could it have been that they had to cut it off?
It's like we seen freaking Professor X, Patrick Stewart gets freaking killed and
Head
snapped
snapped.
his neck, but we can't see a guy getting impaled on the fence.
No, but then even the Patrick Stewart one, that's not that bad. Seeing as like in the mind he was like properly head snapped, but even then there was like cut. I won't say cut. It just like no, it cut away to like the actual Professor X, right?
It cut
But
away
then you
like
just see
fast.
his neck is just like going left, not really like twisting the whole way or anything, right?
Yeah.
It honestly just seems like he's just jolting his head really quickly. That's not. But the parts that were like whoa was definitely, in my opinion, blackballed, and the
Okay.
the eye demon, the shoving of what was it?
What do
It
you mean?
was like the lamppost,
Yeah,
the lamppost into the.
yeah.
That was, and when it pulled it out, I was like, you.
No, what spooked me out was like, by the time I reached the Illuminati and that part, I was like, okay, you know, I can getting the feel of the movie. But at the first part, suddenly this thing is just squished into an eyeball. I was like, what the hell is happening here? What the hell is happening? This is so disgusting. It's crazy. So okay, I want to talk about the Illuminati. What are your thoughts on the Illuminati? Like
I said before, like I told this story. I talked to him once. I said that something about Multiverse of Madness gives off like Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad vibe, the latest Suicide Squad, just because like they set you up for like such like cool characters you think so, but then at least the Suicide Squad you kind of expect for a lot of them to die, hence the name Suicide Squad. But for this one, I honestly did not expect them to just die.
for
I mean,
this one,
I guess it's kind of
bro, theoretically, I feel like Black Bolt himself has a chance of putting up with the whole of army of Avengers going after him. He can just like start shouting at everyone and everyone will be just dead.
No, yeah, he definitely can. It makes me wonder how is that how like you saw like in the reality where they were fighting Thanos and the only way to beat Thanos was with what what's the name of that book? Darkhold.
Book of Vishanti.
No, that one Darkhold, right?
Darkhold is the evil one, yeah.
Yeah, they used the Darkhold, right, to defeat Thanos. Or was it the book of
Vishanti. It was Vishanti. Yeah, it was Vishanti. I clearly remember it was.
Oh, but yeah. But he used the Darkhold to get to the Vishanti, right? That's why they were like.
It was just Vishanti. He just got drunk with power or something like that.
Oh, that's what. Okay, one of the boats basically, right?
Okay, yeah.
He was used to. Sorry, I just bad short-term memory. So like they used to destroy Thanos, seeing as like that was the only way to destroy him. So like, how exactly did Black Bolt lose to Thanos? Did he use like the reality stone and like did the same thing what Wanda did? It's like take away his mouth.
No.
Be quiet. Shut up. I don't fight you.
No, the thing is, like when Wanda did that, I didn't really understand Wanda's power. Like Wanda's power is magic, right? But
it's more, it is magic, but it's more like what do you call it? Dark magic in this like witchery.
But how does he shut someone's mouth? I don't understand. Like that's
she
like
can manipulate reality with the thought. Like
yeah, that's how I was wondering. That's like reality stone type of power, right? So I was like,
yeah, but like to an even like worse, to an even like more insane extent, you know.
Yeah, but
because at one point was when Doctor Strange met with Wanda, and Doctor Strange himself was like, the trees are real, you know. Remember, right?
Yeah.
And then Wanda was like, lah, my magic's so strong, even like you, the guy who could like supposedly like see through this reality, like even you couldn't tell that this is all like not real, you know. So like Wanda's like, I feel like she might actually be like more stronger than the realities. No, not more stronger. Sorry, stronger than the reality. So
I see. I still don't understand how Doctor Strange fell for the apple tree trick. Isn't he supposed to sense something? Like he was supposed to be the sorcerer supreme, right?
No, Wong's the sorcerer supreme, but he's supposed to be really good at power. He's supposed to be a really powerful.
Doesn't he? Wait, he in this movie he didn't have the Eye of Agamotto, right?
He just had the vessel.
Yeah, because
It's true. It's without the time stone, but it could still do magic. You saw him using it right at that one point.
wait, how does the Eye of Agamotto work without the time stone? I thought it's powered by the time stone.
That's a trippy thing. In the comics, the Eye of Agamotto is like its own relic, but in this one, it's also what do you call it? Like a holder, like a yeah, like it's also just like a holder for
Oh,
the time stone.
what I
But
thought
now after
was,
Multiverse of Madness, we can also see that the Eye of Agamotto, the thing itself, has its own like magic powers even without the time stone.
yeah, what I thought was it was literally powered by the time stone. I thought like it didn't work without the time stone, but yeah. So how did you find the what would you say, the fighting sequences and the, like, how would you say the execution of it was?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I said it's very artistic. And in terms of the execution of like, they told us it was gonna be a horror theme ish, and it wasn't the craziest horror, but coming from a Marvel movie, it was pretty
Yeah.
impressive. Horror, not in terms of like jump scare. There was some jump scares, but not the ones that were too scary. But in terms of visual effects, like the way even like the not zombie Wanda, the Wanda that was like the Dreamwalker Wanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way she was like chasing after Strange America and who's that person with them?
Christine.
Kristen, yeah, the way she was chasing, that's like that gives off such a horror
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
vibe.
that was
The whole cinematic itself, it was really good.
I
Fighting, the CGI on point before.
yeah, the
Tripping
MCU
balls.
was very very bold with this, because if you see most of the MCU movies, right, like, okay lah, we don't take account the Dark World and all, like, just forget about Dark World and all that. But then if you look
What was
at,
Dark World exactly?
I don't know, apparently it was a Thor movie. It's apparently Thor 2, who knows. So so if you look like at the Avengers movie trilogy, and then we also see like like the Iron Man individual movies, all of it was very like family friendly type of thing, like that is why MCU was very very scared uh to introduce a theme like Multiverse of Madness, because they're always known as like the family friendly. Like the Marvel
Yeah.
franchise, it's different lah. So this one was a very like a new thing for them. That's why I don't. That's why if I'm not mistaken, I think like 2 days ago it only made like, I say only made, but like 2 or 3 days ago I heard they made so far was $456 million. Yeah, so I think that's still a lot lah, but obviously they can't, they don't plan on reaching like No Way Home numbers lah. So I don't know, it's for me, I just hope that this is the opening for more dark type of, not really dark type, like let's say like not kid friendly type of characters to bring into the MCU, like if y'all didn't know, Shakil here, his favorite character, I don't know, in Marvel, is it in Marvel? Yeah, Marvel is Ghost
Ghost Rider.
Rider.
Ghost Rider all the way.
Yeah,
The
Ghost
thing
Rider.
is,
Uh-huh.
I don't want Marvel to go to dark, to the path that's just too dark. I want it to be just like a nice balance of violence and friendly. You know
I
what
think
I
they will
mean?
segregate it lah. I think they may go darker, but I think maybe they'll segregate it.
Kind of like, okay, the scene where in Ragnarok when Hela was like piercing Thor's eye, you
Uh-huh.
saw that the eye just is split and like it's just black inside, right? I
Yeah.
don't want Marvel, if I'm Marvel were to do anything like that again, I don't want it to be like, oh, now you can see blood squirting out. That's
Why?
not completely. Okay, for one thing, you're just wasting money to CGI the blood, and for another,
Okay.
it's just like I won't be like, wow, Marvel adds blood now. You know, to me, the important. I just want them to spend their money on proper story making and like just making it all connect properly. Like to me, even Shang-Chi was like, not my most favorite, just because there were like a bit too much CGI and the story
Yeah,
was a
I
bit all over
have
the place.
talking
But
about.
like, see, that's what I mean. You don't have to put too much violence to it. Something, just add good story or make it artistic. That's my two. That's all I want the most out of Marvel. Whether you make it violent, those are all bonuses. Whether you curse, violent, all that bonuses. But in the end, if you're going to add blood and all, but the story is gonna suck ass. No, it's okay. I'll go watch any random action movie that has mediocre story but so much violence.
Yeah, talking about like Shang-Chi, right? Like I heard a lot of people said lah. I like some people said, some are online. People were saying, "Yo, this is the best solo actor Marvel movie that was ever
I,
been
I,
released."
I have to
And
disagree.
I was like, obviously I disagree now, but when I heard it, I was like, yo, what is this? Some revolutionary shit? And like the
Right.
actor was Simu Liu. Like, before Shang-Chi, I knew Simu Liu because of this Netflix series called Kim's Convenience. Like, it was damn funny. I don't know, Shakil, you watched? Have you watched it?
I haven't watched.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's really funny. So I was really excited, and people were saying it's the best action movie, and I was like, when I finished watching the movie, I really didn't know what were people talking about, like what was so good about it.
Right.
But I felt the opposite for Eternals. People say Eternal CGI was bad, Eternals some stuff was bad. I thought Eternals was pretty good. I would say Eternals is better than Shang-Chi.
I I wouldn't. To me, Shang-Chi was actually pretty okay, but it's nothing among people say it's like, oh, it's Black Panther level good. No, I have to I have to disagree. I
No,
myself
how
am
can
I
you
myself am very Asian. I myself am Asian. I love Asian. You know, Asian food, Asian people,
Shakil,
all
you're
the Asian
both
stuff.
Asians. The way
But
you're talking
Black
is
Panther,
as if you're
Black
not
Panther is
Asian.
like Black Panther was next level
Yeah, you can't
cultural
compare.
epicness,
You
man.
can't compare Shang-Chi with Black Panther, bro.
No, I was
Oh,
this close to saying that N word just because after watching Black Panther, I thought it was black, man. Now like, I caught myself like, wait, okay, I'm still Asian. So, someone check.
bruh.
Wait, check.
I don't know. For me, Black Panther was kind of a revolutionary movie for me. Like, I think Black Panther was one of the few movies that my whole family went to. Because usually even Infinity was me, my dad, and my brother, right? So Black Panther, my mom came, and my mom was like, "Yo, Marvel is beautiful, man. It's beautiful."
It's just really well
It
made. See,
was.
this is nothing. Black Panther was like a nice mix of art. When I say artistic, I'm just saying more of like combining the idea of like futuristic technology with a very uh like cultural, traditional clothing, traditional weapons. You saw, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And like
yeah.
the way they built that world, like making it futuristic, but at the same time maintaining its like
Yeah, cultural
cultural
appropriation.
heritage
Yeah.
and all. Yeah, cultural appropriation kind of stuff and all. Really nice. That's where the artistic comes in. And in terms of story, really good story as well. I enjoy it, especially villain. Killmonger was amazing and all. So yeah, so that's what I want more from Marvel, and
I really
that's
like the
what that's
concept.
what that's what Multiverse of Madness lacked story. No, but it had good story, but it lacked a bit in story. The
I'm
plot.
gonna be honest. I think. I mean, I don't really know, but for me, I could. I still like. I would still understand. I will understand better if it was a series on Disney Plus.
What,
Multiverse of Madness.
a series?
Yeah.
Nah, I think
Oh, you think it
I
should have
would,
been
I
a
would, I
movie?
would, I no, I don't want a Multiverse of Madness, a Doctor Strange series. I rather just have a proper movie.
I
It's
see.
rushed, but you know, like series. For one thing, series won't get that much recognition. It will get a recognition, but not as much as movie would.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously movie makes the
Mm.
big bucks, man. Oh, and
And I want a proper Doctor Strange.
and America, what Miss Marvel series, right? So basically, Miss Marvel series it's gonna pick up from where she's at Kamataj now, right? Not before Kamataj, right?
Oh, what? Sorry,
No, cause
Miss Marvel.
now she's at Kamataj, right? Kamataj.
Oh, Miss
Isn't
Marvel
she?
isn't. That's America Chavez.
Sorry. What am I talking about? I'm so
I'm
drunk.
like, what?
I'm so I'm so
That's
drunk.
Marvel
I'm gonna
Chavez.
keep quiet. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but yes, if America Chavez.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the part where I say the Multiverse of Madness. It when I say it still has story, just because like, it had America Chavez, and it opened up the idea of like a multiverse and the Cleo, the
Mm-hmm.
post credit ending and all. But yeah, the one thing like man, I wish I don't know how to feel about like Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic and Black Ball
Died.
just dying just like that. But you know,
No. Yeah,
but okay,
Mr.
no, but
Fantastic died so is she just ripped him to like the paper shredder, you know how they
no,
shred
no,
papers?
but Mr. Fantastic makes sense. If one that was okay, arguably a struggle was definitely Captain Marvel. Even Captain Carter, as much as Captain Carter had just like decent plot armor for like that 10 seconds. She was on
Yeah,
for like that 1 minute she
she
was on
was like,
screen.
bro,
I mean,
that
okay,
is so
let's be
bro.
honest. Between Black Bolt, Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, Captain Carter, and Miss Marvel, I think Captain Carter would like fighting off with what do you call it, a person that can literally manipulate reality.
I
Captain
mean,
Carter would have she should have died first out of
yeah.
everyone.
But see, no, I don't understand. See, Black Bolt, right? Like, didn't he think for a second that his mouth was shut? Like, how the sound waves are gonna come out? Like, wasn't there like a slight moment of thinking, or he just like shouted?
You freak out till suddenly your mouth was gone without you even noticing.
Yeah, but
It's reality.
you know that you have like the sound that could kill people,
Yeah,
and you just decide to use it when you know your mouth is shut.
he freaked out. He just freaked out. Like what do you call
No,
it? Involuntary reaction.
for me it was no. There was a few seconds where he was touching his mouth, panicking, and then he blew himself up.
I guess maybe just maybe it's out of habit. Like when you're afraid. Before this, Black Bob, when he's afraid, he just shout, and whoever's in front of him is just dead. By just by being in front of him too bad, you're dead. It's your fault for being in front of Black Bolt when he's scared. So maybe at this point he noticed his mouth was gone, but he forgot that if he does scream, it's gonna kill him. He's just like his mindset is like, oh, if I scream, I will be okay. But he just forgot at that moment that my god, my scream's gonna kill me. So he just shout. But before he could realize what he's done, his brain go out.
Man.
No,
Oh, and another thing is this is supposedly supposed to be a Doctor Strange 2 movie, right? But I felt like Wanda stole the thunder, man. I felt like people were more impressed with Wanda than Doctor Strange. I feel like okay, Doctor Strange did like a quite important role lah, but it didn't feel like a Doctor Strange movie. It felt like
yeah.
I don't
It
know.
felt more like a Multiverse of Madness movie than a
Yeah,
Doctor Strange
it
movie.
felt more like a general type movie, like not to say
Yeah.
Avengers lah, but like a movie
Mm.
which is not really focused on someone. And for me,
Something like it's like Captain America Civil War, but Captain America, it gets all the same, but just because the main character in Captain America Civil War is Captain America, he gets the most screen time. Same with Doctor Strange, he gets the most screen time, and like we see the whole thing from his point of view. Like in Captain America, we see it from Steve Rogers' point of view, and in this one, we see from Steven's point of view. So it's like, but then it's more about everything that's happening around them that matters the most. For Civil War and Multiverse of Madness, Civil War is like, oh, it's about them fighting, and it's about Iron Man and what do you call it, Bucky, their enemy relationship because murdered parents, blah blah blah. And in this one, it's more about the multiverse and the whole thing. But in the end, it's still centered around them. But their surrounding plays a very important part as well.
I like how you just said, oh, what Bucky's parents are murdered, right? Whose parents were murdered just now? You
No,
said?
I just said Bucky and Tony
Oh
parents
yeah,
murder
Bucky and
issue,
Tony said
stuff
blah
like
blah
that.
blah, and he just said blah blah blah.
Like,
As if it's like, bro, your parents died, like big deal, bro. Just deal with it.
my parents die anyway. It's just a matter of time. Oh my god, I'm so dark.
it's like deal with it. That's why Shakil,
You
you got
like
to
you
watch
like
more
dark, right?
movies. Yes.
uh,
Man. Okay.
yeah, but yeah, this felt like I said before, there could have been like a proper Doctor Strange 2 movies with Baron Mordo as the main villain, and maybe like a proper flow of story or something like that. But this one felt more Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, they were still
But I don't
pretty good
think, for
movie.
me, I felt like they shouldn't have made it Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I just wouldn't. Do you think Multiverse of Madness would have made more sense? Like just Multiverse of Madness.
Uh, because they have to get up there, the cha-ching. I think it's best that they just put Doctor Strange. Plus, it is kind of Doctor Strange is like the center of all the chaos. Even though Wanda played as much as a chaotic, backlash, but they did say like the biggest threat to the universe was actually Doctor Strange himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda just happened to be a bigger threat at the end of the movie.
Man, yeah. So for me, Wanda might be one of the best villains the MCU has ever had.
Not please, bro, not one.
Oh,
No,
oh,
actually, wait. Let me think about. Let me think.
yeah, yeah. You better think about it. Okay. You're just gonna brush off Red Skull,
Nah, Red Skull,
Thanos.
no, bro, Red Skull is way down. Cause like he barely had much screen time.
No, I'm just
And he was,
naming random villains.
I mean, to me,
Red
cool ones are like
Skull.
Killmonger, Thanos, Ultron. Ultron,
Oh
people hate
yeah,
Ultron. I love,
Killmonger.
I
Bro,
love Ultron, man.
Ultron is so cool, bro. Especially when I saw the what if is like when Ultron had all the Infinity Stones.
Right.
Awesome, bro. Epic.
Ultron is basically Tony Stark, but if he was evil, sarcastic but straightforward and like, oh, I'm killing people. I know it's wrong, but I don't give a shit. I'm a robot, but I'm doing it right.
Bro,
These
the
humans
Ultron
have
sent
emotion.
the Ultron sentience in this movie was so bad. I know it's Wanda they're fighting, but I felt like they didn't even put up much of a fight. They
Like
just
it's against Wanda. I feel like that was a pretty tough fight to
no. I
battle.
feel like they just had some blasters or something. Like it's normal robot. Like I don't see like what Ultron sentience. I expected some, I don't know, some futuristic blasters or something, but it just looked like some normal
Yeah, it's
blasters.
basically like the Ultron minions in Age of Ultron. It's called the same thing. That's probably maybe in this one Ultron is like they did Ultron right. They probably that's probably what it is like in this universe. They did Ultron, but they did him correctly. Like he actually does his best to actually save humanity and all. But like Ultron as a mind like controls all these robots, but all the robots are like nothing too powerful. They're pretty mid.
Yeah, I
But in
thought
as an army,
I
they're pretty
thought
strong. But it's versus Wanda. I'm
like
surprised Wanda didn't just like wipe out the technology,
yeah,
just kill Ultron, not the minions.
maybe
Ultron
she's not
straight to the.
as maybe she's not as powerful though. In like when you
No,
dream walk.
God, she was way too powerful.
I know, but I don't know lah, Shakil. Shakil, if you're just gonna say like Wanda's gonna be destroying everything in a way, it's not gonna be much of a movie, Shakil. She'll just
True,
kill.
true, true.
Movie will just be like 10 minutes. Okay, Wanda just kills everybody. Stole America Chavez power. That's it. She's like the most powerful being in the world now. That's the end of the Marvel franchise. What do you expect, Shakil?
I mean, Wanda did say she was being reasonable.
Reasonable. Yeah, yeah, sure. Reasonable.
Honestly, she actually could have killed, but she was like, nah, I'm gonna be good.
No, bro. I don't know. I felt like I've been saying this since not even since Endgame, since Infinity War. I've been saying that she's too overpowered, and then Marvel just decides to give her even without the Darkhold, she was so powerful. She nearly
Yeah,
ripped Thanos to limbs.
she's a very
She,
even. I mean, even without the Dark World, she still managed to what you call it create the hex in WandaVision, but it required emotion or that, but still,
still, she just brainwashed the whole thing. So yeah, he was kind of the
The
villain.
Darko was just icing on the cake to just bring out the best in her.
Bring out the best in her. So do you think that
Psychic powers weren't enough now, let's give her magic.
okay, do you think that she could potentially be top 5 best MCU villains of all time?
Definitely. She was scary,
She was scared.
relentless.
Yeah, she was. Okay, who would you say is the greatest villain in the MCU?
Honestly, it's like a tie between Thanos. Okay, in terms of just overall performance as a villain, being a villain,
Okay.
not including like backstories or whatever. I think it's Thanos, but I like now that I think about it, Thanos was pretty strong, but his
I feel
motives
like
were
Thanos was kind
yeah,
of
and he was just pretty straightforward. Like, oh, I just need the stones, I kill everyone,
Thanos was
I win.
because Thanos is an eternal, so
I guess Killmonger. Killmonger is was a very not only like a cool villain. Come on, bro, Michael D. Jordan.
for me, I think I know this might be a very old one. Though actually, I don't know whether he even was a villain. Okay, yeah, he was a villain. For me, he may not be the best, but I really like him. He's what's his name? Uh, is it Mandarin? Mandarin. Is that his name?
Which Mandarin?
Iron
There's
Man.
technically three Mandarins. So there's the fake one, the real one,
Uh,
and the fire. The what's his name? Oh yeah, I forgot.
no, not the
Krill,
Shang-Chi one is Mandarin, is
Krill,
it? Not Shang-Chi,
Krill,
but
something like that. Krill, Cray.
no, the one like
The
the one
one
that
with the fire.
is it
The
Iron Man?
one
Is it Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, the one who turned Pepper, nearly turned Pepper into the Iron Man, into whatever uh, Mandarin.
I know who you're talking about. Lah.
Yeah, yeah,
He,
yeah.
he
I
was
like
yeah
him.
he was a pretty good villain. That's all.
I liked him. So yeah, but for me,
It,
if I were to say like evilness, I actually wouldn't put. If I would say pure evilness, I would say Thanos is number one. But if I were to say like power wise, I would say Wanda is number one.
okay, yeah, power is definitely Wanda, but to me, pure evilness is definitely Ultron. Just for the fact that Ultron, he wasn't evil. He was just a program with one purpose: help humanity. That was his idea of helping humanity.
Yeah,
He
but
did not care about emotions. He did not do. He just had a single reason, and he tried. He did his best to
yeah,
execute
but
it.
that's what Thanos did also. What he freaking just killed the daughter,
But Thanos, at least he had
tortured the
some
daughter.
remorse.
I
Thanos had
mean,
some remorse for what he
yeah,
did,
but
and then Thanos had a reason. He was actually mad. He was a mad titan, you know. He had a good. I mean, even in What If, we saw that Thanos eventually became a good guy, right? By
yeah,
some.
yeah, yeah. That was a weird Thanos, bro. The one who becomes friends with T'Challa, Starboy. No, not Starboy, T'Challa, Starlord. Whatever the guy's name is. That was so weird, bro. That Thanos was so uncanny. I was like, what the hell is this? This is
I
so.
want to say Ultron is definitely the what do you call it the most evil just for the fact he doesn't have emotions. There's really no persuading Ultron, you know. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
built like that.
Yeah,
Can't
okay.
talk him into changing his mind. You can't what do you call it? Use like blackmail, like oh not blackmail. Play with his emotions or like play him
Yeah,
mentally or at
you
all. You know, he
can't
doesn't fall for any of that.
like all Loki's tricks will not work on him. Like
Yeah,
Loki.
Loki, you could be like, oh, if you do this evil thing, I'll kill your brother, and he'll be like, okay, I won't do it. But in Ultron, he doesn't have any ties. He was just born for like one day.
Man.
Tony Stark could die, and he still wouldn't give a shit. He wanted to kill Tony Stark, his own father.
I see.
So it is.
So,
But Wanda was pretty evil. She wasn't evil. She was just same thing with Thanos and Wanda too. They're just crazy, you know. They went to a very extremist kind of point, you know.
okay, interesting. Okay, so now let's talk about the post credit scene. So post credit scene is, I keep forgetting this lady's name. Ella, is that her name? Ella, right?
Clear.
Clea. Okay, Clea. Okay, so she opened the rip into the dark dimension, right? It's called dark dimension.
Yes.
So people say this is where in Doctor Strange 1, Doctor Strange used the Eye of Agamotto to loop time with Dormammu. So they said
Yeah,
that,
that's the dark dimension.
and in the comics, Clea is Dormammu's niece.
Yeah.
And first of all, biologically, I don't understand how that's possible. Second
Medium
of,
question families in this movie.
I don't know what the hell happened from that one generation in the middle. God knows. God save them. So yeah, and eventually she and Doctor Strange like grow in love and stuff, which was weird in the comics
Mm.
lah. So and now we know Doctor Strange has like the actual Darkhold power because of the third eye, which
See,
Shakil
okay, this is
don't
the
like
part
the
that
third
no,
eye.
this is the part that trips no, this is the part that trips me up now that I think about it.
Okay.
The Darkhold was destroyed by Wanda, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So all powers of the Darkhold is destroyed with it as well. You can't
All
really learn. It's not
powers,
learn that you don't really have the powers
but
anymore,
I
right?
think, but I think, um, the effects of it still wears on it.
No, you can't because even you see like Scarlet Witch, she already learned
I
everything in Darkhold, but the moment you destroy the book, the powers are gone. Like she couldn't dream walk anymore.
Yeah, but she can
Right.
dream
That's how
walk.
you stop her from dream walk.
But what is it? Okay, there are two theories here which I personally have. First theory is she didn't actually destroy the dark holes because that red flash. I will not forget the red flash when the building collapsed. Anything could happen there. So scenario 1 is she did not destroy all the dark holes. Scenario 2 is, yes, you can't use the powers of the dark hole, but you still have the effects of the dark hole.
The scenario 2, I don't think so. Because memang it should. Even Wanda, when she was using the Darkhold, the moment the Darkhold was destroyed, she didn't have the power anymore.
Yeah, but didn't have
She
the
couldn't even
power.
dream of.
Maybe there is still the effect of it though,
I hope that's
because
not the
he
reason. To
already
me, that's
used
just
it.
that's
I
lazy
don't know.
writing.
Yeah, that's
I
that.
hope
Yeah,
that's the reason.
that's just me. That's just my two theories lah. So, so they said they're gonna fight. They created the incursion in the dark dimension, which personally I don't understand how there was an incursion caused in a dark dimension, and it's gonna be Doctor Strange 3. So it's, how do you think Doctor Strange 3 is gonna play out?
I honestly, at this point in Marvel, I don't know what they're going for. I'm so confused. You have Eternals that
Okay.
continues with the Celestials,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have Doctor Strange as continuing with what do you call it, multiverse. Then you have Loki that's going to continue with timelines.
Exactly.
So I don't exactly know how this all is going to clash with each other at
And
one point.
also, what's the in Eternals, the guy, what, doesn't he pick
Oh
up?
yeah, the
I
Black
forgot.
Knight was it?
I
The
forgot what
Black
was
Knight
it.
and the Blade.
Yeah, the blade or whatever. The blade, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but he's fighting
they,
vampires.
so he wants to go and fight Adisham, which no. So basically, do we agree that Adisham is the most powerful thing in the world?
The vampire Alushim's is like standing, and then you have that one guy with the sword. I'm gonna cut you up, bro. Better let go of my girl. Let go of my woman, or I'm gonna stab you.
At least if you like say, like, Wanda's fighting Adisham, then like you don't know what Marvel might do with it. You know, maybe there's a possibility, but this Moon Knight looking B-Tech version of Moon Knight wants to go and fight this Arishem guy.
But
What?
maybe the sword's like really powerful. I haven't read the comics one, so
Shakil,
maybe it's actually really powerful. But still,
us,
it's just funny
are
to
you
think like a tiny
are you
sword is like
telling me?
yeah.
Are you telling me a sword which is really a sword which is not which is unusually powerful can kill Arishem? Shakil, is that what you're trying to tell me?
We're talking about a sword living in the same universe where a glove can wipe out half of existence. So it's not that hard to think
But
where the limit goes here.
okay, maybe you're true. But
Okay.
so do you agree that Arishem is the most powerful or
See, that's the thing. That's me. I'm just really. I want to know. Can Eric in is Arisham part of this universe, or is there a bunch of Arishams in a bunch of multiverse? If
I
so, because if so, then technically in some way Kang was supposed to be the most strongest being in a way because he knows everything that was gonna happen. I mean, maybe does he actually have powers? I don't know. No, he doesn't.
the whole
How
Kang.
he avoids those things, I don't know. But okay, no, in terms of power, I guess Arisham is the most powerful because he quite literally can go anywhere,
Okay.
smack, play basketball with the planet.
For me,
Dribble.
Kang is like it's not that Kang is weird. It's like from what I've read in the comics and like the theories online, right? Like Kang is supposed to be like this very um how what is a comparison of Kang the the what's the guy the Asgard protector of the entrance, what's his name?
Heimdall,
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 yeah. So Kang was supposed to be like the Heimdall of the timeline,
timeline.
of timelines and all. Like each universe has their own like serious type of Kang. And when we saw Loki Kang, it was like one of those like cool uncles you see at one of those cool uncles you see in that family gatherings type of Kang. I was like, what the hell? So she kills Kang, so does Kang come back alive? And does Kang kill her because she caused the incursions?
That's the thing.
Like,
I have to watch Marvel to like
or
completely
does
understand, see where it goes.
that like Earth 616 just screwed forever? I don't really understand, bro. It's like Marvel has so many things they need to tie up, man. They better do
They're
it this year.
they're expanding a lot.
Yeah, and it might. I don't know. I feel like they're biting off more than. I know it's
I hope
Marvel lah, but I hope they can chew whatever they bit off.
they don't crash.
I hope
It's hard.
they don't just say freaking Black Knight
See,
killed
that's the thing. A
Arishem.
part of me wanted so bad for Ghost Rider to be part of Phase 1, just so Marvel can focus on fighting spirits and all. Because that's what, like, some of the nowadays, the Marvel comics, like, they're doing. They're fighting demons, stuff like that. Magic, but more demonic kind of magic. Or spiritual magic. That's exactly what Ghost Rider could have brought and what they all could have fought. Oh,
Who do you think
let's,
would have cast?
let's make 15 universes and confuse people.
Yeah,
Shit,
and
that good, but
what a cool Ghost Rider would be is, I think, uh multiverse traveling Ghost Rider would be sick.
and
Like,
a part of me was like, we're wishing so bad for Ghost Rider to be in Multiverse of Madness, but you know what? We can't.
no, for
Back
me it was just a wild thought that Deadpool's gonna appear, like one of those crazy cameos which I knew was not really gonna happen, but I kinda wanted to happen.
true.
No, but like
Uh,
if I look back at it, like like let's just say lah, let's say hypothetically, Sam Raimi is like, you know what? Let's add a Deadpool cameo in this movie. Like, how will Deadpool play out in anything? Like, what does he just come out of nowhere, kill someone, and disappear? Like, I don't know. Like, Deadpool wouldn't even have gone with the storyline, honestly.
yeah, one way they could have done is you saw that scene when they were like jumping through dimensions.
Uh huh. Okay.
They definitely could have inserted that for something that I don't know how, but they could
Oh,
have.
that's true. Interesting. Or what would be seriously funny is what we saw a lot of memes of. The famous trailer voice which everyone knew was gonna be Patrick Stewart, right? But then it was it was just Deadpool in a voice
Deadpool with the
modulator.
no.
It was just Deadpool in a voice modulator and say, "I'm just kidding, bro." That'd be funny. I mean, that would be funny. Uh, and so so you said, so to sum it up, is it you're basically not a fan of
No, I'm definitely a fan. Honestly,
the
it was a really good movie.
no, you're basically like not a fan of the way of the storytelling lah.
Yes, but the sacrifice, the payoff was making it visually amazing and like
But
cinematically
would you
eye-pleasing, eye candy, So for that, I'll be like, they could have done both at the same time, which would have made it way more better. But for what it is, it's good enough. It's good enough.
would you watch another movie like Multiverse of Madness? Like
No,
exactly the same.
I'd rather let multiverse. I'd rather let this Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 3, I want it to be like this, but with a better story. That's what I want. I don't want it to be this again, honestly.
Okay.
I don't want it to just be a speed through. Just start off just like this and then just like that. I want it to be a proper rising
Storyline.
story, like
Okay.
nice flow.
Okay.
Always great.
Um.
Overall, I'll give the movie an 8 out of 10. Honestly, I can't give it 8 out of 5. 8 solid 8. It's not bad. It's not goddamn amazing. It's pretty okay.
I see. Okay. So last question I have. No, actually no. One question I have is America Chavez, right? Can she only punch through multiverses or other universe, or can she punch through portals in the same universe?
I don't think she can do it. You saw how she was trying to learn to make portals using Sling Ring. I think she can only punch through
I mean, Sling Ring is
dimensions. In
different and her
dimensions.
power is different, right?
Yeah, but she could have easily learned how to just punch through places, but she has to like punch through the universes. I don't think she can punch through just in the same universe but different locations. I don't think she can.
Though I was just thinking about it because when I saw a Doctor Strange like smiling and like they gonna like him like her training in Kamatage and all. First of all, I'm hoping that this is gonna be another Tony Stark and Spider-Man type of mentor and menteeship. And second thing is, let's just say like how Ancient One just threw Doctor Strange into a like in Antarctic or something. Like Doctor Strange just threw America Chavez in the Antarctic or something. She would be like, okay, you threw me here. So I thought she could maybe punch her way back in, but she'll have to punch her way back into another universe lah. So yeah. Okay. So my last question is, what do you think of? What do you think we're gonna get in Love and Thunder? I know the trailer is the trailer is very confusing. I don't know
I
what
have
the hell.
no idea where it's gonna go. Honestly, the trailer, it was a mix of proper action, comedy. I don't know where it's gonna go. Honestly,
Some people said that the Lady Thor is Jane Foster. Is that her name?
so it
Jane
is
Foster.
Jane Foster.
It is.
Yeah, there's images
I
of Natalie Portman in the suit without the helmet.
I see. So I don't know how that is gonna work. I think,
Right.
and she is called Mighty Thor, is it, or something? Like she's called something Thor. I don't know what's happening in Love and Thunder. It looks scary to me. Very scary.
I mean,
And
yeah, it looks to me. I'll be honest. It looks like it's gonna. I wouldn't say blow, but it just doesn't look.
it
I
gave
don't know. I don't know how to
because
describe it.
when I first saw that, I had some dark world type of
Mm.
nightmares. I'm like, no, 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 not again, please, not again. And I want to, and how does, like, we know like Star Lord is in there, but like how, like I don't honestly, I'm very confused with Love and Thunder. It's actually very very confusing.
If it's one thing I really want Thor to do, because it's one thing they never ever did. They kind of really properly, but never did properly is actually dive into Norse mythology, like properly, you know. A part of me wishes that in this one, Thor is like just trying to go back to his roots, you know, like understand Asgard from his past and stuff like that. Maybe go back to old Asgard, Asgardian
Isn't
mythology,
isn't
things like that.
Asgard destroyed though?
Yeah, it is just right. That's what I'm saying. Like he goes back to his old history, you know, mythology. Maybe just like he
Yeah,
discovers more villains that
some
his
of
father, something like that.
the
I don't want it to be too space, you know. I want it to go back to proper magic, Thor using Norse magic and stuff like that. You know, not too much space. Like Ragnarok did a good job. It had space, but then it also introduced like Fenris and then the Hela and just a few stuff like that. But this one looks so. It seems like more of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, you know, kind of Thor movie. I hope it goes back to a proper Norse kind of concept.
hmm yeah, and who they said might appear Black Adam? Is it Black Adam?
Kratos.
Oh, Kratos. Wait, what?
You know it's Kratos.
Kratos. Okay, yeah, sorry. No, I thought I thought they said something else. It's okay.
Do you know it's Kratos?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know, I know. So so basically, you don't want it to be Guardians of the Galaxy type of movie lah.
Yeah, I don't get humor. Okay, like I said, Indian. I just hope the story or the art is good. Humor, violence, and all those are just bonuses. But I don't want it to be space. I want it to be like a proper go back to the Norse mythology, because Norse mythology is as messed up as it is. It's pretty awesome. Kind of like me as well.
Or maybe he would like visit like the seven realms. Is it? Yeah, one of the seven realms.
I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. That's still more or less time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's very interesting. But one of them said is in the trailer there is a part where he is at the Antarctic looking at some frozen beast, and what I've seen some breakdowns is that in the comics is one of the like his friends and also a god, like that is a god who fought alongside Thor. So there could be a very good possibility that he may go to his Norse mythology
Yeah,
roots.
that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
so,
So,
like,
but
even in the first part, they didn't do that properly.
yeah, I'm just
I
very
get it's low budget.
yeah.
It's really
But
crazy to expect a
for
proper.
me is
Okay.
like one. I feel like the Dark World had a better trailer than Love and Thunder. I don't know what the hell is going on Love and Thunder. Like I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's the most confusing trailer that Marvel has ever released, and I can say that confidently.
I have no idea what to expect.
What?
Like, like me, really don't know what to expect. What kind of movie is gonna be? More humor. Okay, based on the two, I guess it's gonna be a lot of humor as well. But I don't know what Marvel's gonna do. I hope Marvel does the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Shakil, before you leave, we're gonna ask you the ultimate question here.
Mm.
Are there more doors or are there more? Wait, fuck. What's the other one? Doors or what?
Are there more doors or are there more?
I
What was it?
forgot.
Cards.
No. Shit,
People.
I forgot. Wait.
Windows.
Give me a second. No,
Windows,
I don't think it's Windows. Wait.
Cars, windows,
Give me.
tires.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Tires. What was it? I'd
Doors.
say there's more. I'd say there are more doors.
doors.
Mm.
Just to let you know that there are more cars than houses in the world. So
No,
just
you didn't say what kind of door. Could be a car door.
it's all type of
Hotels
it's all type all
hotels have
all
hotels is a single building with a
any
bunch of doors.
anything that
Skyscrapers are buildings with so much doors inside them.
okay. I guess
Hmm.
okay. Realistically,
Think
I think
about
yeah,
it.
because like if you say like the multiple cars, but each car has four doors also, and the answer is doors. So,
That's
congratulations, and hope to never see you again until you have publicly
I don't
said
know. Ask
that
this question. Are
what
there more eyes or nostrils in this world?
eyes or nostrils. I feel like they are the same amount.
In this world, okay? That's
Exactly. Shakir, Shakir. So until you've given a public statement that you hate cats, you may not return back. Alright? Okay, Shakil. Thanks for nothing. See you.
so cats are awesome,
Bye.
dogs are awesome as well. Surya's the problem. Alright, thank
Yeah,
you
no
for
problem. Bye.
go subscribe to Surya's whatever. Leave a like and yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the outro later. So yeah, bye. Peace.